Welcome back to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit. The global tech landscape is shifting at full throttle, and the shockwaves are now hitting the automotive world. What once looked like a steady US-China partnership has turned into a geopolitical showdown, forcing American tech giants out of their most prized market. This clash isn't sudden. It's the result of China's decade-long push for technological self-reliance, reshaping everything from cloud computing and AI chips to EV batteries and automotive semiconductors. As supply chains splinter, the future of global vehicle development is being rewritten. Here are the developments. China breaks free. Beijing shifts from student to superpower. For decades, China served as the world's manufacturing hub, assembling Western-designed tech at massive scale. But behind the scenes, it was preparing to become a full competitor, not a follower. Trillions in state-directed investment built domestic chip makers, cloud platforms, AI labs, EV manufacturers, and advanced battery firms. This strategy transformed China from tech-dependent to tech self-sufficient. Its companies now design processors, run cloud ecosystems, and build operating systems. Huawei leads global telecom infrastructure, while SMIC advances chip fabrication despite sanctions. This rise coincides with deepening mistrust between Beijing and Washington. Confident in its capabilities, China began labeling foreign tech as a security risk, especially after accusing the NSA of hacking a timing facility. Nationalist sentiment surged, with online calls to ban Apple, Microsoft, Intel, and Tesla. Removing foreign firms is now framed as protecting national sovereignty. For industries reliant on Chinese manufacturing, especially automakers sourcing batteries, controllers, sensors, and rare earths, this assertiveness signals major disruption. The global balance of automotive electronics is being rewritten, and China's rise has already claimed its first major casualties among US tech giants. America's tech titans crumble. China strikes at US dominance. Micron became the first major symbol of America's shrinking tech influence in China. Once a key supplier of memory chips for servers and smart devices, it was banned from China's critical infrastructure in 2023 after regulators labeled its products a security threat. By 2025, Micron exited the Chinese server chip market entirely, cutting hundreds of jobs and losing access to a booming industry. Samsung, SK Hynix, and rising Chinese memory makers quickly filled the gap. For the automotive sector, where memory powers ADAS, infotainment, and control units, Micron's retreat signals reduced supplier diversity and rising Chinese leverage. Nvidia's decline was even steeper. Once dominant in China's AI accelerator market, it was accused of backdoor vulnerabilities in its H20 chips. Regulators then ordered state-backed data centers to remove foreign AI hardware, collapsing Nvidia's presence. This threatens to split autonomous driving development between Nvidia's CUDA ecosystem and China's Ascend architecture. Intel faces similar pressure as China prioritizes domestic processors. The message is clear. China no longer accepts US-defined standards. It intends to set its own, reshaping automotive technology worldwide. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now let's shift gears and look at the one US company that avoided this fate by acting early. Microsoft's Great Escape, a playbook for automotive survival. Microsoft became one of the first US giants to execute a disciplined, proactive exit strategy from China, something automakers are now studying closely. As reported by Nikkei Asia, Microsoft instructed suppliers to shift production of next-generation Surface devices, Xbox hardware, and server products out of China by 2026. It already moved most server assembly to Vietnam and now requires that 80% of data center components come from non-Chinese sources. This isn't a minor adjustment, it's a blueprint for full supply chain decoupling. For automakers, the message is clear. The EV era has made the industry deeply dependent on semiconductors, battery materials, rare earths, and power electronics. And China dominates nearly all of them. Every inverter, motor, battery pack, and autonomous driving module traces part of its lineage to Chinese supply chains. If US-China tensions worsen, car makers relying on those components could face catastrophic production disruptions. Microsoft's diversification into India, Thailand, Vietnam, and Mexico mirrors exactly the resilience automakers need as vehicles become more software-intensive and chip-reliant. No manufacturer can afford dependence on a single geopolitical region anymore. But while Microsoft diversifies its risks, China is tightening its grip even further. China goes all in, tech sovereignty reshaping global auto power. China's crackdown on foreign tech firms is part of a broader mission to achieve full technological self-reliance. After years of investing heavily in AI, cloud computing, EV manufacturing, and semiconductor design, Beijing now believes it can operate without Western support. Its decision to ban foreign AI accelerators from state-funded data centers reflects growing confidence in homegrown innovation. Chips from Huawei, Cambricon, and Biren signal China's shift from matching Western standards to creating its own. This techno-nationalism directly overlaps with China's automotive ambitions. The country already dominates global EV production and battery supply chains, and now it's targeting the compute power behind next-generation smart vehicles. Autonomous driving systems, battery controllers, predictive maintenance platforms, and vehicle operating systems all require advanced semiconductors, and China wants to produce them domestically. The impact is huge. Western automakers operating in China may soon be required to use local chips and cloud systems, while Chinese EV exporters will spread their own technological standards across developing markets. Much like 5G, China aims to make its automotive tech the global default, and this push for dominance is creating a world split into two incompatible automotive futures. Two worlds, two cars. Geopolitics splits automotive technology. The US-China decoupling is no longer theoretical. Two separate technological ecosystems are rapidly taking shape. Countries are increasingly pushed to choose between American or Chinese standards in telecommunications, cloud systems, and advanced chips. This divide is now spilling into the automotive world, threatening to create two incompatible types of vehicles. Imagine a Volkswagen built for Europe running on Nvidia hardware, Microsoft-connected cloud systems, and chips made in Taiwan or Arizona. Meanwhile, the same Volkswagen sold in China would rely on Huawei's autonomous driving stack, SMIC processors, and domestic cloud networks. Identical on the outside, but internally two completely different machines. Tesla faces similar pressures, heavily reliant on Chinese batteries and factories, yet viewed suspiciously by nationalist media. Apple could also face sector-specific bans, with Washington considering tariffs up to 100% on Chinese EVs and components. Global automakers must reassess their dependence on Chinese suppliers. This fragmentation of chips, cloud platforms, and battery standards signals the start of an automotive Cold War, one shaped as much by geopolitics as engineering. Which brings us to the unavoidable conclusion. Verdict: a new automotive Cold War is unavoidable. The exit of major American tech firms from China isn't just a strategic withdrawal. It signals the start of a global reshaping that will redefine the automotive industry for decades. As China accelerates its march toward full technological independence, pushing out foreign chip makers and cloud providers, the world is splitting into two competing ecosystems with different standards, supply chains, and operating systems. Modern vehicles rely on semiconductors, sensors, AI compute, advanced battery management, and cloud connectivity. When those foundations fracture along geopolitical lines, automakers must choose which technological universe their future vehicles will belong to. Some companies will adapt by diversifying suppliers and building regional production. Others may cling to outdated structures and quickly fall behind. The true winners will be the automakers that understand one simple truth: technological power has become geopolitical power. The race to define tomorrow's mobility has already started. As we wrap up, we want to hear from you. Do you think automakers should split their technology for different global markets? Which companies do you believe are best prepared for this new automotive Cold War? How will this tech divide affect EV prices and consumer choices in the next decade? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Before you go, Make sure to subscribe so you never miss the next automotive breakdown here on Piston Pundit. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. You can now check out any of the videos on the screen. There's plenty more to explore.